Brian's up. Hi, Semantic Master Team. I have a question about client acquisition. Currently, I'm using Craigslist and spam email to generate leads. Unfortunately for me, I'm getting clients that can only afford $500 a month or less for fees. Obviously, I'm fishing in a bad pond. Where else can I go fishing for new clients? Yeah, Brian, that's a tough, man, because people that typically frequent Craigslist are bargain hunters, and so that's what you're going to be getting a lot of. Is those types of people, and that's unfortunate because I know it's tough. But what I found, and I've said this many times in the last few months, especially, is for prospecting and searching for clients is the best way that I've ever found for generating clients was using video email. Okay, and that's essentially there's a couple things that you can do with video email, like you can hand select, and so for example, you're saying where else can I go for fishing for new clients? Well, what I would recommend that you do, Brian, is zero in on a particular niche, right? An industry that you would like to provide marketing services for. So something that you have an interest in. And then you can become an expert in that one particular area, and you can target specifically only those type of companies, right? So let's just say if there were roofers or plumbers or something like that, you could target specifically just roofers. And then you get so much better at becoming, at first of all, prospecting, because you learn, it's a little bit of trial and error, but you learn the language and you learn, the vocabulary of those people in that industry. So in this example, roofers, right? You understand their vocabulary, you know how to talk to them. And you can usually start closing more of your pitches. In other words, you can usually successfully land clients more often once you've worked on your pitch and really gotten that down. And trying to pitch to multiple different types of businesses is difficult because you have to always restart that process of learning about that industry. And so in my opinion, if I had to do it and start all over again from the beginning, I would have zeroed in on one specific niche and only worked on that one niche and become a big fish in a small pond instead of a small fish in a big pond, right? And so as far as actually prospecting for those clients, for those leads, once you've zeroed in on that particular industry, then you can start doing things like what I use, which is video email, which worked incredibly well for me. And essentially what I would do is just go look for roofing clients in areas that might, especially one thing you can do is cross-reference, look at AdWords, look at people that are advertising so that they're in the four ads above the maps pack or even the 3 ads at the bottom of the page. Look at the advertisers and then look at the organic search results, the map search results and the organic search results, and look for people that are advertising that are not listed in the first page of the organic results or the maps results, but you might find their organic listing on page 2 or page 3 of the search results. But now they've got money to spend because they're advertising. They're paying Google AdWords. They understand the importance of marketing, but they apparently never got SEO done well. And so that's why they're spending money on AdWords. Just because somebody spends money on AdWords doesn't mean that they don't also have a budget for SEO. And so those would be people that you could contact because you already know they're spending money, right? They're advertising on AdWords. And now you have an industry that you're specifically targeting. You're now targeting people that have an advertising budget and that their SEO isn't working that well, or they're not doing any SEO at all. And you can analyze their site very quickly on a video, with screencast video, with you narrating how they could get better results. You don't ever criticize their site and say, this is what you're doing wrong. You never do that. You always say, hey, during the video, hey, I took a look at your site and I think this is, the site looks good. There's a couple things that I might suggest that might improve it. And this is how we can help to get better rankings and generate leads. Keep the video short, 5 to 10 minutes, just very quickly analyzing, giving some pointers as to things that could be done to improve it, and then send that email out with the link to the video to the actual prospect. And there's ways to, you can use lead scrapers and stuff like that to generate the emails. But what I do is hire a virtual assistant who goes and manually locates the contact details for businesses that I want to prospect. Because a manual approach is so much better than using an automated approach when you're laser targeting, specifically targeting, right? If you're doing mass scraping, then using software is great. But when you have a specific target, then I always have a VA that can do all the digging necessary to get the contact details, so that when I send the video email out, there's about an 80% chance of it getting through to the owner, right? Or to the decision maker. right? And then out of that, out of every 10, and guys, this is like, I mean, it was like clockwork. Out of every 10 prospecting emails I sent out that were video emails, I would end up getting 3 responses. Out of those 3 responses, I would close 1 or 2 of them every single time. So it might take me a day or 2 to actually prepare 10 video emails to go out. But once I got them out, I would always end up with at least 3 replies, 3 responses, and I would end up having a conversation with the 3, and I would close 1 or sometimes even 2 of those 3. And that's how I literally started my SEO agency, was that exact same model. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. Anybody else want to comment on that?
Yeah, I have just a quick comment. LinkedIn Pro Finder. You could do the exact same thing and lead people to a VSL, but you're actually getting warm leads inside LinkedIn. These are people who are looking for your specific skills, whatever they are inside there. And then it's just bidding, getting the right bid in for whatever it is that's required. And I joined it just to see whether it worked. And I keep getting, I get, I don't know, 20 to 30 leads a month just from LinkedIn, just from having them come into my mailbox. So that's something to take a look at, guys, if you're looking for clients.
Nice. Yeah, real quick on kind of my method. So right now, Brian, you have Google, you have LinkedIn, and then I would suggest that you also become helpful. And I think I mentioned this, become helpful on Facebook groups and also on forums like discussion boards, discussion forums. If you are helpful there, you will get a ton of introductions to people. Maybe if you're helpful on marketing groups and you become an expert in that group, a ton of people that can refer you business. And so that's number one. And if you become an SEO expert or marketing expert in a specific forum, like, I don't know, dentist forums or tree services, roofers forum, those guys are actually trying. Of course, you won't be teaching them how to fix a roof, how to repair a roof, but rather you will be teaching them how to grow their Google Plus presence, and that alone can bring you a ton of business. So that you have like 3 different approaches that are way better than Craigslist, in my opinion.
Yeah. Way better. And I just posted this link, guys. This is, if you want, it's a free training program that is a PDF and a training course I put together with 2 other partners in a business from several years ago when I first started using video email. And after I kind of perfected the system, I created a little training program. It's free. I just posted the link. If you want it, go sign up for it, and it'll be delivered to you once you sign up. Okay. And then I'm going to spam you to death. But no, I'm kidding. But honestly, it's a great little program. It still applies today. There are plenty of tools now. Like, I did everything manually because there weren't a whole lot of tools for video email back then, like in 2012 when I was doing that all the time. But now there are tools and stuff like that where you can actually like create GIFs out of a YouTube video and insert them directly into the email, so that when people get the email, it looks like a video is playing in their email, and when they click it, it opens up the YouTube video, that kind of stuff. There's tools out there that will do that. You can use email tracking systems so that you know who's opening your email, how long they're engaged with your email, whether they've clicked on any of the links in your email or forwarded it to anybody. Like, I use pointofmail.com whenever I'm doing prospecting, and that's there. But there's Yesware or something like that, which is a Chrome app that you can install that works with Gmail. There's a whole lot of things like that you can do. But again, email is a great way. And like Hernan said, just going into LinkedIn groups or groups in Facebook, and especially groups that are niche specific, once you've chosen an industry that you want to work in, and go in there and just comment and be helpful and that kind of stuff. And you'll start generating leads for marketing services there too. So.